Hi, I'm Jason Russell from Critical Dice, and welcome to the Fable 42, where we build community through friendship, gaming, and chaos. You're watching the Duke City Chronicles, a Monster of the Week game set here in beautiful Albuquerque, New Mexico. You can watch us live on the Fable 42 Twitch channel, like right now, on Friday nights at 6 p.m. Eastern and 4 p.m. Mountain, because that's the only time zone that matters now. No, kidding. 3 p.m. Pacific. You can enter into a raffle for a dice giveaway by doing !critical in the live Twitch chat right now. It's North America only, except Quebec. Je désolé. Qu'est-ce que tu fais? Yeah, so let's go ahead and get into our character player intros. GW, let's start with you.
Everyone, I'm GW. You can find me on IG and Twitter under GW005, 2 B's, 2 zeros. Also find me on Clarion Dawn, where I voice a very interesting poet engineer in space. Why find out? You can check that out on ClarionDawn.com or any of your favorite podcast platforms. Tonight, dear friends and hunters, I am Q. Quavon Whispers. I am the Divine Playbook, and Q is just your edgy, angsty angel boy, but he's currently conflicted.
I like it. Bridget, let's go with you.
Hi guys, I'm Bridget. You can find me on Instagram and TikTok at string_theories_. You could also find me here on Wednesdays in the Realm of Ukador, where I play a large bird person named Cree. But tonight I'm playing Suki Buchanan. She's a 70-year-old art professor at UNM, and she also talks to the dead for a living. She is the Spooky Playbook.
Perfect. Cassia.
Hey everyone, my name's Diane, and you can find me on the internet at The Pretty DM. You can find me here on Mondays DMing my own show, Legends of Shoggoth. Wednesdays playing Keywin. Tonight I'm playing Katia Rose, the monstrous playbook, half vampire, half human, and currently with a full stomach.
Gross. Riley.
I'm Chris Solo. You can find me on all the social medias at DM Chris Solo. I'm playing Ryla Reed. I am the expert playbook, and thank God I did not see her feed on anybody.
Yep. And I'm Jason Russell. You can find me at Critical Dice on Instagram and for some reason TikTok. And I play everyone else. Our heroes are trapped in 1945 still, and they are chasing down a lead that might help them maybe get home. We'll see how it goes. Let's roll that footage.
It's an amazing place. Most people have no idea where it is, but we're okay with that. We've got mountains, rivers, deserts, and over 300 days of sunshine, and some of the most diverse and wonderful people you'll ever meet. It's a great place to live, and I definitely encourage you to try it. But we also have our dark side, our own ghosts, secrets, and legends. Most of them are true. For thousands of years, people have been living here and dying here. This is Albuquerque, but it goes by many names. The 505, the Burke, my favorite is the Duke City. These are the Duke City Chronicles.
You try to figure out how things go, but then there's also just one single timeline where we've already done this. So like I already know Sonny already knows
I feel like
me.
you're cycling though.
Yeah.
No, you don't cycle.
About,
you don't come
what
back
about
to the
Jeremy
time before.
Bearimy?
I like the time traveler's wife. Welcome back to the Duke City Chronicles. So as you heard, we're dealing with time travel right now. We're in 1945. Last episode, Katia was able to feed on a dude like he was a Capri Sun, and she liked it way too much. The team chose to cash in their future favor with the Obsidian Order and Suki calls Ambrose Pierce, the head of that, both then and now. And he says that he will help the team create some kind of magical targeting system if they can recreate the accident. And then tells them that they can talk to someone local about nuclear material and possible time travel theory, a Dr. Wayne Eubank, who they have met in episode 3. Suki has a vision of Spy House, or whatever we're calling it now, High Street House, because that hasn't happened yet. And they went and saw Dr. Eubank. Q walks in and spills every bean he owns. And is that the phrase? Anyway, spills the beans, and Katia dominates him, which technically should not happen. Katia, the floor is yours.
So now that he is just waiting for anything I tell him to do, I like look at Q and I'm like, well, he's not an alien and you just told him everything.
How do you know?
Because I couldn't do this to him before.
Oh. Can you make him forget?
Yeah.
Cool.
So is there a plan on like what we are going to do with this guy now?
Is there a
Well,
chair?
Maybe Q,
I'm gonna sit down.
you got so mad before about people not thinking about consequences with actions. Think about your consequences with your actions and words.
Well, I thought it was fine because Suki, when she was on the phone call,
Because she was talking to someone we knew about stuff like this.
we know him. Oh, we knew him. I guess this isn't the real him. I don't know. But okay.
I think this
all right.
is the real him, and the other him was like some body snatcher situation. Anyways, okay, I'm gonna look at Eubank.
How old does Eubank look right now?
Great question. He looks a few years younger than when you met him.
Yeah, it's not the same Eubank, y'all.
So I'm gonna look at Eubank, and I only have hold 1. So I just want to say, forget what we said before. We're just inquiring minds that have some questions.
Okay. Just have questions. And he like, I'm sorry. Oh,
Hi, Professor Eubank.
Yeah, you had a question for me?
Yes. Katarina is my name, and these are my friends. We had some questions
He stands
about,
and like shakes hands all around.
we had some questions, and I don't think I'm the terms and stuff don't really make sense to me, but Suki or Riley, or do you guys?
Yes, you have questions about astronomy or?
Well, it's actually a little bit more, I would say maybe a little out there, our questions. We're just wondering, time travel, is that a thing? Can that happen? I mean, I like it just, I know that sounds sort of silly, but I there are some good reasons that, you know, I can't disclose the moment, but why I'm asking, and a friend of ours said that you might be the best guy to ask, since
Well,
you
I
know.
mean, it is a hobby of mine. That's true. Thinking purely theoretical, because to actually do something like this would be impossible. Well, that's not true. In fact, it's very easy to travel in time. We're all doing it right now at a rate of 1 second per 1 second, right?
Right.
But this is not typically what's meant by such a question. What's typically meant is the ability to go back in time or to go into the future. Someone, of course, if this was easy to do, could either inadvertently kill their own grandfather and create a massive paradox, or to do something frivolous like go into the future and see who wins the World Series and come back and play Spence. Now, I was speaking to a colleague of mine who is in town for work, and we have a lot of conversations about this. There's a couple of theories if you could do this. What would the results? One is that you would change your future, and when you return, all the changes that you have wrought, you would have to live with the new consequences. And this could be anything from small changes, killing a butterfly, perhaps causing a tsunami. You're familiar, or it could be that it doesn't change your present at all. That you end up going to a different version of your present, that where all of the changes accumulated. It's a very interesting thought experiment about a cat in a shoebox, but it's really outside the purview. There's another theory where nothing changes, because, and you have to think fourth dimensionally here, is that if you do go back, while that is a new event for you, for the timeline, it's an old event, and it's nothing new.
It was
And
always
so
meant to happen.
It was meant is a strong word, implies destiny and cosmic forces that are really beyond science. And I don't like to dwell there, but it has already happened. While it is the past would be the future for you, it's still the past considered from the view of, say, the timeline itself. Now, as far as doing this, it's not really possible. I know Professor Einstein at Princeton has said some very interesting things on this subject, and working with Dr. Rosenberg to create equations. Frankly, I can get through them. My calculus is a little rusty these days, but it could be possible, wormholes and the thing and the like. Yeah, those are the nutshell theories. Why do you ask?
That's really interesting. Who was the colleague that you were talking to about this?
He manipulates someone.
Which one is that? I don't think I've done that.
Mm-hmm. You have. It doesn't usually go well.
Plus charm.
Charm?
We have another one in charm.
I got 3.
8 minus 1.
What was the total?
8 minus 1, 7.
7. He'll do it, but only if you can show that you mean it, or if you ask too much, they will tell you what, if anything, would make them do it, is what the book says. So he was like, I hesitate to tell you, Mr. Reed, was it?
Yes, sir.
As you know, you've seen the posters, loose lips, sinking ships, and all that. And even me saying that should help you understand perhaps the nature of my friend's work.
Let's say that again.
What he's telling you is that a Riley question or a Chris question?
Both.
Okay. What he's saying is that there's a phrase during the war, loose lips sink ships. So if you know something, don't say something. But if you see something sketchy, you say something. And so he's just saying, like, if I told you who my friend was, that would be like kind of national security stuff. And so I can't. But the fact that I told you I can't tells you that he's someone who maybe works for the government.
Okay.
Do you want to attempt to push further? I mean, I'm not sure what you could do to help kind of give him an oomph, but I'm open to suggestions.
Well, I was doing some like my own research, like I know I'm trying to go back to school and I'm older, but I'm trying to learn, and I was reading some papers somewhere, and Oppenheimer was talking about this and that, and just with all the tests and things that people aren't supposed to be talking about, whatever they're going out here.
You're familiar with Oppenheimer's work?
A little bit, yeah.
Well, I haven't had the chance to have a long conversation with the good doctor, but well, Dr. Ferme and I have some very spirited conversations. Now, Enrico gets excited sometimes and off topic, talking about aliens and, you know, where
aliens.
Yes, it's.
Oh, tell me more about the aliens.
His whole thing is, where is everyone? Right? That's the question. He asked me that one day at tea. Where is everyone? And I'm looking around, and everyone's here. But then I realized he meant
we're here.
If there are significantly advanced civilizations, I highly doubt that, then why haven't they made contact?
What if they have and they just look like us? Or what if they take over someone else's body?
Have you been reading comic books? You seem a bit old for that.
I love that the only dart that I had in my memory was close enough.
I was on a very long train from New York, and my younger brother had some stuff, and you know, I had to. But it could happen.
I suppose, but it opens up. Listen, we can play the what if game all day long. Just because we can imagine it doesn't mean that the universe can bear it. So, being a man of science,
the universe can bear more than we give it credit.
More than heaven and earth ratio. Yes, I get that. But I'm a man of science, and we measure, we hypothesize, we test, we retest, we peer review. So, while I enjoy the occasional good tales to astonish, I don't really see the evidence for it. He has a point. Where is everyone? Unless
I think they're right in front of us, though.
Unless a ship were to crash in the desert and we found it and talked to them, I just don't see it.
I just don't think it would be so obvious.
You know, hold on to that thought. You know, it might happen.
Might happen just a little while. Well, Professor, seeing as we're, talking hypothetically about time travel and whatnot, how would one be able to jump on the timeline? What would it take to, go, I don't know, pulling this out of the air 70 years in the future? How would one get that much energy to break the space-time continuum in order without, totally unraveling all timelines going everywhere?
It's an interesting theory, and depending on the theory you ascribe to, the fundamentals basically come down to the same thing. Imagine, and he gestures over to a record player in the corner, that the timeline is like this record player. Most people think of it like a river. That could be true, but most of the theories I talked about have something more like this. If you were to bump the record player hard enough, it's going to skip grooves forward or backward on the record. And that, while it's only moved over a few centimeters, inches perhaps, it's further along or further behind on the linear path that the needle travels. So, put very simply, you would need a massive amount of energy, possibly something atomic or something else to cause that to either form as Professor Einstein theorized, a bridge or a wormhole or something of that nature.
And this might be another kind of silly question, but if it is like bumping the needle on a record player, is it possible to bump the needle forward or backward at will? Or does it just you bump it and hope for the best?
I mean, speaking theoretically purely, bumping the record player, as so to speak, is not an exact science. I'm sure we should create some kind of piston or machine to apply the exact same amount of force every time, but there's inconsistencies to everything. And also, my dear lady, eventually you're going to scratch the record.
So if you do it once, you might never be able to do it again?
More like you shouldn't.
Right, because we want the record to still play.
Yes, in a matter of speaking, that's true. And also, if the theory that we ascribe to of creating paradoxes, that would be like applying heat to the vinyl. It could warp, it could burn. But fortunately, we're safe here in my office. Speaking about record players.
Jason, you sound like a real scientist.
Jason didn't
did
do
the reading.
Jason didn't do any additional research for this part.
Jason just knows this.
I'm
It's
eating
part
it
of
up.
Albuquerque.
This is just what I'm like.
There's a reason why his kids are
Say
so smart.
what?
They just teach this in Albuquerque public schools.
Yeah.
They're just like, so kids, time travel and aliens. What are they? How can you help them?
We're in second grade. I know. You were held back a year.
I know, but think about the record player, Jimmy.
Yeah. No one think about the record.
Oh, all right. Well, those are some good theories. Wish there was a way to prove them, one way or the other.
I have it on good authority. There are people who are doing secondary and tertiary inquiries into this sort of thing. It will yield interesting data, I'm sure. But it's hardly their primary purpose. Could you imagine getting funding during wartime for that?
Yeah.
It's hard enough to buy a new suit, and his jacket has like chalk on it, has the kind of the patches on the elbows like before.
Oh. Still keeping the same suit. Oh.
Sorry?
Nothing. Well, I mean, does anybody else have any questions for the good professor, or? All right. Then we won't take up any more of your very precious time. Linear time. Thank you so much, Professor. It was so lovely to meet you.
You as well. I would say come back anytime, but if my door is ever open and you have a startling revelation in the middle of the night, please, I would love to talk to you over tea sometime.
That's great. Yeah, no, we'll take you up on that probably. All right. Well, have a good one.
You as well. Thank you. Please close the door on the way out.
Sure. I'd stay out of the desert in about 4 years, and I'm just gonna close.
Is there on the way out? Have I noticed anything that looks military? Any documents or folders during this conversation?
Folders stamped confidential.
Top secret.
Investigate a mystery.
Ooh, it's a 5 and a 5. Which one is investigate a mystery? Plus 3. That is a 13.
13. Excellent. Is investigate mystery one of your advanced moves? Be on your second sheet.
No, it's kick some butt and read a bad situation.
Ah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you can hold 2. What are you going to ask? Is it kind of concealed here, being the nature of the first question?
Yeah, especially when he really gets into it and he starts like eye contact, talking to Suki. I'm gonna have wandering eyes.
Okay, great. Yeah, you do catch a hint of one of a manila folder that seems to have some of that kind of typical red ink stamp on it. You catch just like the corner of it, and it's kind of piled under a bunch of other things on his very messy desk.
Okay. With him name dropping Fermi and his knowledge of things and what Solo and Riley knows what happens in about 16 days.
Does Riley know it's 16 days?
I would say Riley's a history buff. I mean, Solo knows it.
Okay. I'll agree with that.
I forgot what it was called. I had to look it up, but I know it happened. I think I was off by one day, but if we're gonna be fair,
Okay. I'm fair with that.
I thought it was the 15th, but it's actually the 16th. Doesn't matter. Would Riley have any presumptions that Eubank would be attending said event?
No.
Okay.
Because no, but he knows some of the players, and perhaps they were farming out work to him, or could you confirm this for us, or could you double check this math?
Yeah.
So the thing is the fact that he's talking to Ferme makes you think he might have clearance. He might have security clearance of some kind. And while he is still teaching and not stationed elsewhere, he's probably not directly working with the project.
Ferme, he didn't make the bomb. He made the core.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember what he did. So for the chat and for the rest of the players, Riley's talking about the Manhattan Project.
Yeah.
The Trinity test, according to Riley, the Trinity test is in 16 days, where they set off the test bomb for Hiroshima and Nagasaki. And it's in White Sands, New Mexico, about an hour and a half south of where you are now.
I was almost stationed there.
Another friend of ours, I think, was.
That could be a place where a nuclear blast is happening.
So we're just gonna run out there while they're in there with their goggles, or
okay. Don't mind us.
like the origin story of the Incredible Hulk. Yeah. Table talk for a second. If Riley can figure out when you actually know exactly when a nuclear bomb will be going off within a little over 2 weeks, and it's nearby. So if you can figure out all the other stuff, that would be a really easy way to do what you want it to do.
Hey, Keeper, is today? I'm not sure if you already hinted to it by Suki's vision or not. I don't know. But is today the day of the spy swap, where they swap information about the nuke?
It's real close.
It's real close. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Like tonight or tomorrow, I think.
Okay.
Now, with that event, I might fudge the numbers a little bit, but the intention is it's really close, yeah.
So
okay.
I'm going to just take that. I'm just trying to gather things right now. I'm Rain Manning right now. And then when we get out and we're away from anybody, any prying ears, I wanted to talk to the group.
All right. Go for it.
All right. So my brain is my brain. We all know that. On August 6th, I can't remember which one it was, Fat Boy or Little... Fat Man, Little Boy. What were the names of the bombs?
Doesn't matter.
You're right. It doesn't matter. Enola Gay drops a bomb on Hiroshima on August 6th. And 3 days later, another B-29 or whatever drops a bomb on the 9th on Nagasaki. Somewhere here, I want to say Los Alamos, but there's an army base. I don't know if Riley would know if it was White Sands or not. But there's an army base around here somewhere. Am I saying it right? Los Alamos? Is that the right?
You're saying it right. That's not what it's called.
That's not the same location?
No.
Got it.
That is the place where they did all the building and research.
That's why that's in my brain. Okay. Well, regardless, there's somewhere around here in an army base, I want to say like the 15th or the 16th of July, was when they tested the first nuclear explosion. The Trinity something or other.
Oh.
Yeah, the Trinity test.
So that's our new nuclear blast?
I don't know. I don't want to wait that long.
I mean, that might be our only option. I mean,
Well,
there's...
I mean, maybe it's not like now this is where it's fuzzy because I don't remember all the other logistics, or maybe it's probably not even like common knowledge at this point. But I don't imagine they had just one nuclear core and they went to go test it. Boom, boom. I'm sure they had multiple nuclear cores, which is all we need is a nuclear core. We don't need a nuclear bomb, correct? That's what that thing was that we buried in the sand.
That was a core, yeah, and the ring acted as a catalyst to make it behave as though.
Yes.
So, but if we take a core, I mean, is that taking a core from something else that's being used? And is that going to change?
I mean, I would imagine that they wouldn't just have 2 cores or 3 cores, 1 for a test, 2 for the bombs. And we would save hundreds of thousands of people, but that would drastically change.
Yeah, but that would drastically change events.
Yeah.
I mean, of course, would be nice to save people and have everything turn out.
I mean, Q could probably
perfect.
attest to this because his dad's in the military, but like, they don't just have a plan A, plan B. They have a plan Charlie to Zebra all the way down. So I'm sure they have more than just 2 cores.
So we might be.
But I mean, this is still early. I mean, what are we going to give it back?
I don't know. I mean,
this is
still early in this whole.
This is why my brain hurts, right? Q might be right. He might be justified to punch me in the face and damn near kill me, right? But he could also be wrong. So that ring, I had it on my finger, on the glove. We touched the core. We all held hands, kumbaya, mental woof, vamp. We went to a desert somewhere. The thing went boom, hopefully, and didn't blow up the damn school. I'm hoping that we went to the location we wanted to go to, then it went boom, and then we went back. But this is what I need to ask the keeper right now, because I'd like to connect the damn dots. Why did we come back to 1945?
Connect the dots. Connect the dots just like Katya did in the back.
No,
Oh, I missed a good point to be like, hey, oh, damn. Next time.
I'm going to luck it. I rolled decent, but I'm going to luck it. I think it's worth it.
It's
Someone is using a luck.
It's a big answer.
Luck doesn't reroll. Luck's just a 12 plus modifier.
Well, I rolled a 12 anyway, so
So 24.
that's 15.
So read me what it says.
At the beginning of each mystery, you can look for wider patterns that current events might be a part of. Roll sharp on a 10 plus, hold 3.
It's a new mystery?
No, it's special questions.
It does. How does this mystery connect to the bigger picture? Would be one of my questions.
Uh-huh. So, do you want to ask all 3 and then we'll...
Yeah.
Or do you want to do it piecemeal?
I mean, I feel like it's a waste, but I want to say when and where will the next critical event occur? I am not
that's a
asking.
good question.
I'm not asking about the Trinity test. I'm asking about like the cores being prepped or something.
Okay.
Maybe.
Mm-hmm.
And
If it doesn't help you, you don't have to use it.
well, there's 2. There's one is this person connected to current events more than they're saying? Or is this connected to a previous mystery that we've investigated?
I mean, absolutely, that's a good one.
Yeah.
I mean, on both accounts.
I would say
I didn't break. What? Nothing.
I throw Eubank in there. So I had a hunch that Eubank is connected to this more than he is leading on. So I'll throw him into that question.
All right. First one. How is this related to the other mysteries? Is that what it was?
How is it related to the bigger picture? But yeah.
Bigger picture?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like us being in 1945 specifically. Solo's losing his mind.
Right.
Yeah.
He's put his hair back to he's Solo again. He's not even Riley anymore.
Transformed.
The bigger picture is this. You think that you ended up here because while Q was just picking some random place in the desert, it's the collective will of everyone connected that directs. And because of an explosion, you know that when the grenade went off with the Obsidian Order, that was enough to redirect his teleport to a place that Riley had been before, not Q. Because for a fleeting moment, that's what Riley was thinking about. That this can't be worse than Alaska.
Yep.
When you guys jumped, you had
when I saved Q. I just want to point that out. But,
okay, you don't have roll retcon, so that's not how I remember it. Let's see the tape. We'll see the tape. But so you think that you're here because you guys had just been at Spy House, and Katya had gotten the download about the spies and the KGB from John Grant.
So this is Ghostbusters 1.
Yeah, but it's not. It's not.
Ray.
Yeah,
Ray.
but here's the thing, though. Too is like Suki thought she saw Eubank in the present alive. You guys got the job from Sunny, so now you're a place where Eubank and Sunny and the spies and the KGB are all happening.
Wow.
And you guys were all linked up. The second question is, when is the next critical event?
Yes.
And you're not talking about the Trinity test. You're talking about for you guys, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Tonight at the High Street House.
I knew it.
We gotta do the spy stuff.
Yes, I'm so down for spy stuff.
I am too. If we want to just do that scene next, I am super okay with it. I haven't spent months thinking about it. And then the last question is, how is Eubank linked to the greater mystery?
I mean, I guess it's kind of a throwaway, but yeah. I mean, you kind of answered it already. But
I'll answer it this way. Who you just met is Eubank. Who you met in episode 3 in the present was not Eubank. He was a person he was an alien assuming the life of Eubank.
when Eubank found him in Area 51 and then died. Yep.
There are parts of that sentence that are true, and other parts that are you misremembering things.
What?
It's not Area 51.
Oh,
Yeah, they took it to Area 51,
no,
right?
That's right. Nope, you're right.
Maybe. It's in the White House basement.
The jacuzzi now.
So after that whole team powwow, Q would be like, so High Street House?
I mean, that's where Riley and I were originally heading to first, before we got sidetracked with Sunny.
Well, that's why you don't get sidetracked by a demon. But I don't know.
We saw it. We saw that it said pond. We figured, why not? We knew someone here.
Good lead. But yeah, I think
a solid
and
C plan.
that's where my vision was with the guy with the 38. So I think something's gonna I agree, I think something's gonna break real bad.
I didn't sell Sunny the 38, right?
It was the old 9, I think you said.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I see what you're asking. Inconclusive.
Was it my gun?
No.
Oh my God, my fingerprints are on it.
Suki, how long do we have before your vision might happen?
It was night.
It was night, so I mean, what time is it now?
It's probably 3 o'clock in the afternoon because you guys have like made phone calls, talked to people, eaten, walked all over, Central and downtown. So
Yeah. So I mean, it might not be a bad idea to take the couple hours that we have now and sort of stake out / sort of see if we can get in there and, like, I don't know if it's a boarding house now or anything like that, rent a room or something, like get in there so that we can keep an eye on things.
Do you think I need something rather than this jumpsuit?
Definitely. Why don't we get you some decent
We should
clothes?
go shopping.
Not shopping.
But the clothes, I mean, their vintage clothes are so expensive where we come from.
That
Yeah.
is true. You can get like a blouse that used to be like $45. You can get that for a nickel or whatever.
So
yeah, so to the point of where are you guys going to stay? You're right. I think Katia would know and remember that it wasn't a bed and breakfast until much, much later. That's when the Grant family bought it. But I will say this: if you guys we want to do you guys want to fill that time with shopping and finding a place to stay, Suki, you know of a boarding house.
Sunset House, right?
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna say, I was like, we could check out my house. I mean, it's not my house yet, but it's my future house. It's they have rooms. Oh, I wonder if Rosalita's gonna be. I don't think Rosalita's gonna be there. I found her in the desert. I wonder if Billy's gonna be there. That'd be super fun. My friend Rosalita, the beheaded ghost. Yeah,
I didn't know you found her in the desert.
No,
I keep forgetting y'all can't see her.
Y'all. All right, hang on. What do we know?
She doesn't have a head.
What do we know about the spy
Sometimes.
house? You and Q went through like a hidden door or something, right?
Yeah, the back door. There's a secret entrance. I think that's our point of entry, to be sure.
Did you see where the dude with the gun went? Like, did he go to the front door? Did he go around?
He was just
I just
crossing
saw him
the
step
street.
out.
Yeah,
I just saw him step out into the street with a .38 revolver, looking like gonna have trouble. He has a trench coat on too.
So,
I mean, everyone wears trench coats nowadays.
I mean, Katia can dominate folks. Q can vamp. You can whammy. I can go invisible with my glasses. Like, how do you want to stake this out? And are we letting this dude kill somebody because that's what happened in 1945? Are we just trying to get there to observe and get information? Like,
Yeah,
we can't unscrew up something. You know what I mean?
that's very true. We can't intercede in what's gonna happen, but it might be that we get like vital information, or somebody drops something, or maybe it's our next step. Honestly, they might be talking about
Now,
that.
remind me, the spy house. Those weren't Americans. Those were communists, right? Or were they
what?
CIA?
KGB.
KGB.
So
what-
Yeah,
they
so
probably
Because
want their
Grant
paws
said-
on a core.
definitely
So
they
maybe
might
this
have
is like
a
like there's some deal going on there, and then this guy's taking somebody out, but there's information. Maybe there's even a case with a damn core in it. They're just handing it over, and we just go, and we just take it and we go. I don't know, but that might mess
mean-
things up.
It seems like something you see in the movies.
Where do you think they get
Maybe.
that stuff from?
Do you think they just like walk around with a core? They're not us.
Yes, they actually. The most inconspicuous you can be is casual.
Yeah, the best way to get cocaine through an airport is act like you don't got cocaine in the airport.
But
you
then
know.
your buddy
What,
doesn't
Suki?
have cocaine in
It's that
the
line from
airport.
that movie. My life is not that exciting.
I think that your life was very exciting at one point, Suki. It still is. Look at where we are.
That's true. That's very true. We don't really talk about the late 60s, early 70s, but, maybe one
Do you
day.
even remember them?
He super doesn't.
God. You know, we're just gonna teleport to the 60s and 70s now because that's what we're all thinking.
I won't think about it. I keep thinking about 2021.
So yeah, let's just
Put your pen away. Jason.
get some clothes.
What?
So we
No,
can,
No, actually don't, because that would be really cool.
Let's just get some clothes so I can blend in better, and then we'll maybe grab a room if we need it. Why not? At
You
your
know,
old place,
and
and then
maybe-
we'll go and we'll do the stakeout and see what
know,
happens.
Redo
'Cause, I
my,
mean-
my whole wardrobe. What?
Because clearly you saw that for a reason. You always do. So maybe we'll find out when we get there. I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So here's what we'll do. Instead of doing a shopping scene,
Yeah, we don't need it.
everyone tell me what your clothes look like now.
Oh, are
Let's
we all
assume that
going
you-
shopping?
Well, I think it might be the most convenient thing. If you wanted to get period clothes, this is your chance. Just tell me what you got, and
I'll go
I'll
first.
tell you some abstract number of money that you spent.
I have nice gray slacks. And I have a white shirt, and they're folded to like the mid arm, and I have suspenders. That's cool, right? That's cool in this day and age. And I'm doing that thing. I can't like do the actual like swoop hairdo because like my hair is like twisted or braided or whatever. But I do. There is a very defining part in my my hair, and the rest are like kind of pulled back. So I have that kind of look, 40s look.
Nice.
And a bow tie.
Q, it's cool because you're wearing it.
Stop it, yes.
We're gonna read the paper. You know what? When we get back to the future, we're gonna find the 31st in the news and be like, man sets trend and like bow ties are in and like all these things.
Which is amazing because there's only 30 days in June. Go ahead, Cassie. What do you look like?
Like dark gray and like pencil type dress with like double buttons and like large collared top.
Nice.
Still with her same trench coat because it would be probably still similar in style.
Excellent. Riley? So same clothes, you just bought a fedora.
Yep.
That is so on brand for you. Suki, anything for you?
I mean, I like my clothes so much, and they're such action clothes, but I feel like I'm gonna, like, really, really regret it if I don't get something real nice from the past, just have a little keepsake. So I think I'm gonna get, like, a super nice bolo tie and, like a good, like, leather vest, like a sort of camel leather vest that has, like, little, like, pistol pockets in the sides.
Nice.
Maybe kind of a nice pair of boots. I mean, I love my red cowboy boots, and I don't want to leave them behind in the past. So actually, I'll get a nice pair of Levi's, like good fitting high waisted Levi's with
Nice.
like wide legs.
Okay, you guys all spent about the equivalent of about $7.
Wow.
We gotta come back to the past more often.
Yeah,
I love that I had a fedora right here.
Yeah, me too.
It's almost like you knew. Like
Yeah.
past you left it.
I got
just cleaned my
shoes too
office.
Oh,
to
yeah.
match the dress.
Nice. Of course,
Yeah.
you gotta match the
Cute
dress.
little pair of high
Yeah,
heels.
you guys spent like the equivalent of like $110.
They love us here.
Yeah.
Love us here. We're just
All
like
right.
passing out the quarters, like
Yeah. Making it rain. Ow, ow, ow.
nickels.
Ow, my eye.
Ah.
All right, so night falls and you guys find yourselves outside and nearby to the High Street house. Suki, you have you've gotten good at having a sense of when conditions begin to start to align to match your vision. When you're like, okay, it's real soon. You're just like, yeah, like an eclipse, but like it's like that tree is swaying now. The earth smells the right way. The light came on in the house across the street. That was on before. It's getting close. We're almost there. Like, so you can tell like within the next 5 minutes or so, it's going to be, you're going to catch up to the future. And so what would you guys like to do as you prepare for this next big event, according to the vision and the connecting dots of Riley?
I think Q would volunteer to be one of the eyes in the sky and like a higher ground.
Mhm.
I'm thinking of just porting on top of an adjacent house.
Yeah, like on like a chimney or something, where it's not going to like hear footsteps on the roof, kind of thing.
Right.
Okay. Yeah, and there's pretty tall trees here too, so you could do any of those things. I'm good with that.
Okay.
The rest of you guys?
I mean, I'm probably going in, right? Is someone
Probably go with you.
Well, I'm gonna be
Okay.
invisible,
Oh,
Visibility glasses.
so maybe you watch
I
the back
don't
door.
know. I guess.
Because
You wanna
if someone tries to run away, you could dominate them or something.
I was gonna say I'd be out back near the secret entrance if you want to hang out with me.
Okay.
All right, great. So Q has a lookout. We'll say you're in a nearby house, like the next door house on the chimney, kind of crouching low, or even like kind of let yourself down slowly so you now have a chimney to hide behind.
Dun, 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 dun.
Great. Katya and
Softly singing to
Suki,
himself.
you guys are sneaking out behind the back of the house. And Riley, are you going to, you put on the glasses, are you going to attempt to go in or just be around?
Oh no, I'm going in.
Great. So everyone's trying to be sneaky. So everyone needs to roll act under pressure. Riley, you need to roll for the glasses, which is a plus weird roll, if I remember correctly.
Under pressure. That's plus sharp.
I have
It's
8.
charm.
It's plus
Charm,
cool.
Charm.
Plus
Charm.
Sorry, jeez.
Charm for Riley. Everyone else has plus cool.
11 minus 1.
I got
10.
a 10.
Got an 8.
7.
Okay.
It's the bow tie. It's helping.
Yeah, it totally is. So act under pressure. Yes, you've got 10 plus. You're good. Who had a mixed success? 7 to 9. Suki. Great. Okay.
I got an 8.
Oh, nice. Okay, great. So you guys find a good hiding spot, but you cannot see the street from where it is. So if you stay where you are, you won't be spotted, but you won't be able to see when the person arrives. Or you can move someplace else and get a better vantage point, but you might be spotted.
Who is this?
This is the girls.
Wait, is Q
Well-
keeping an eye on the front? Are we linked,
Q's
by the way?
Q's up high. I would assume you're linked.
Yeah.
That seems to be the MO.
Almost always.
So can't,
Yeah,
can't,
that's never gone wrong. Yeah.
So y'all can't see the front door. Q, can you see the front door?
Yeah.
Well, I'm thinking, Katsy, if you want to stay here, I could try to stay in the shadows since I know what the guy looks like and what the car and everything looks like. I could try to peek around the corner or anything. Is there like, are there like vines or like plants on this house at all? Anything that would like sort of cast a weird shadow?
Yeah, I mean, there's some like shrubberies and bushes and things, some low ivy. Like, yeah, I mean, there's plenty of places where you could hide out.
Yeah, like if I take up station there, sort of like pressed against the house, like peeking through shrubbery,
Mm-hmm.
just like real quiet, like.
All right.
It's probably
great.
not the best cover, but like,
I like it. All right. Riley, what are you doing?
I'm gonna slowly try to go in. I'm gonna go in the back door, the secret door.
Okay. The door is locked. I'm going to ask you to act under pressure to try to get through that lock, either by picking it or some other method that you think of.
Under pressure.
And you got a 10 on your glasses, which means it works for an hour.
You all hear a very, very light echo in your head. Very, very light and soft. I love stakeouts.
8.
I love this.
If I realize it's taking too long, I'm going to the front door.
You can open the lock, but it won't be as quiet as you want. Or you can, or you can be undetected by noise, but it's going to take longer than you want. That's your hard choice.
Well, first off, are we within an hour of when we think this meeting is going to happen?
According to Suki, the mystery man is going to be appearing like within a minute now.
Got it. Would I feel that I have enough time to just go to the front door?
Yeah, you sure can. I'm going to keep the same roll though, so the hard choice is still the same.
What were the
Well,
first
actually, you know what? No, you know what? Going to the front door takes more time. So I would say if that was your choice, then we could say going to the front door, you absolutely can sneak in quietly. It just takes more time. I mean, that's effectively what you're choosing, right?
Yeah, because
the hard choice roll.
With everything that's going on and what we know about this room and this house, like everyone is on edge. Like I don't want to make a peep.
Great. So you kind of creep around to the front, and you are able to. That door actually isn't like dead bolted like the other one is, and you're able to kind of put one of your useless credit cards now through there and kind of get the little button to go in, and you open it just as you hear a car.
It's my YMC card.
Yeah. Just as you hear a car pull up, slow down, and park, and you turn around and you see a period sedan and a guy get out.
A car's here. It's
and
here.
He closes the door very quietly, and you see him take out a 38.
It's got a gun.
Check it, close it, put it back in the holster inside his coat.
I'm gonna
put it back.
Go up the stairs. Do we remember which room was the actual spy room?
Yeah, it's upstairs, top of the stairs to the left.
Not the room that what's her face was in.
It is the room that she was in.
So, I'm gonna go up there. I'm gonna listen to the room that was on the right because there was 2 rooms up there, right?
Yes.
Is there anybody in that first room on the right?
On the right, you don't hear any voices in that room, no.
So I'm gonna go to the room on the left, on the other side of the door. Is there anybody in the hallway? Because that's where the secret door came out, right? It was in the hallway?
Yeah, the hallway up here looks a little bit different. In fact, the hallway looks a little bit longer. Like maybe the secret passage isn't built yet.
Oh. Would Riley know that?
No, you just know it looks different. Like the construction's different. Like you wouldn't know where the door is now because it's like, wait, that's
the
not
hallway
right.
looks weird. The hallway's longer now.
Well, because John's told Katya that he thought that like they made the secret passageway to like up the spyness.
So you mean that? So you're standing by nothing? Maybe. All right, doesn't matter.
It means I'm just standing by the back door.
All right, I'm gonna stand right by the door. So,
you hear voices having a hushed argument. I don't know what to tell you. Listen, I'm doing my best. Though best is not good enough. We demand answers. You have been reliable so far. But you must, with all speed, up your efforts. Sergey, listen, we're doing about... Hey, not speak the name.
Sergey.
Meanwhile, downstairs, Q, you see the mystery man get across the street, and once he's in shadow, you see him like kind of crouch down, pull out the gun, hold it down low as he starts to do that kind of quick jog around to the back of the house. Suki, he's about to pass right by you.
I'm definitely saying this out loud. He's coming around the back. He looks like a cop. Like he might be. He's doing that cop thing where he's holding the gun down and going around the back. Heads up, heads up. He's coming.
Suki holds her breath, like just stays as still as possible in the foliage.
Okay, he kind of goes around.
Covers her bolo tie.
Yeah, none of the glittery stuff. Yeah. He goes right past you, and you're like just bated breath. And he gets around. Now, Katya, you can see him from further in the backyard, and he gets to the back door, and you see him like slowly try to pull the thing, turn the knob, and he holsters the gun hesitantly and pulls out a little thing and pulls out what looks like lockpicks and starts to go at the door.
When
he's unlocking the back door. We're trying to.
Just let him do whatever he's doing.
When he walked past me, did I see his face?
No, it was too dark.
Too dark.
I mean, he's
I
probably.
know
FBI.
his back's to me.
Mm-hmm.
Sort of reads cop.
Yeah, I mean, he's definitely FBI, guys.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, upstairs in the room, Riley, you hear the Russian voice basically putting pressure on the American-sounding voices, and that conversation is coming to an end. And he says, "My information tells us we have weeks left. You will get what we require, or there will be no sanctuary for you once we are victorious." Okay. I'm doing my best, okay? see the truth. And you hear footsteps coming towards the door, Riley.
The second the door opens, I'm going in. Like
Okay.
like tailing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so someone's coming out of the room, and you're going to use the opportunity to sneak into the room?
Yes.
Great. I need you to act under pressure.
I will, once I fix that.
Also, Riley's spy costume is just, it's
It's
getting
so
me
good.
so
Like,
much.
it
It's just
happened in
like-
stages and to the point, I'm like, how did we get here? This is great.
It's like, who is that man?
What-
Oh, it's,
what
it's
am I
Spy
rolling?
Riley.
What am I rolling?
Spy
Act under
Lee.
pressure. Roll plus school.
That's not one of my advances.
Nope.
I'm gonna luck it.
Okay.
Ooh.
Second
It's addictive.
luck.
It's addictive, isn't it? So
Need a
the
lot of
luck is
luck.
just, it's
It
a
feels
complete
good.
success. 12. You see this rather large, like intimidating man walk out who you assume is the Russian. And he walks out, stops for a moment, and looks both ways. And in that moment, you scoot in, and he closes the door behind him and starts going down the stairs. Riley, you're in the room with Ethel Rosenberg and Julius Rosenberg.
And I will tell them that.
Downstairs, our mystery man has gotten the door open.
Doors open.
I am going to bamf to the top of the spy house. Just go
Okay.
from one roof to the next, poof, poof, and just be on top.
Got it. Okay.
Keeper, I have the Geiger counter on my person. Is it doing
Okay.
anything?
You can click it on.
Make sound.
It makes sound, doesn't it?
could.
Even when it's not. I mean,
Yeah.
It's
constantly
gonna-
I won't
clicking.
do that.
yeah, it's gonna click a little bit.
Sorry, I didn't mean to meta your decision.
No, I was.
It's like,
Riley would know that, so that's what I'm.
Right. No, that's fair.
Yeah.
I like that.
Okay, never mind. But I know it's there.
Okay. What do you want to do?
What do I see?
Sorry.
What do I see?
You see them kind of walking in a more or less kind of the same. They did a good job keeping the room looking really the same. And you see the guy who you assume is Julius sit down on a chair and he's got his head in his hands, like he's like feeling the pressure. His wife like kind of like pats him on the back and goes over to a little kitchen and starts making some coffee and pulls out some little cookies, little like Hydrox Oreo cookies.
Does it look like they live here?
Yeah.
I will convey that information.
Yeah. Our mystery man is now inside and he's slowly walking like that same thing, gun out, lower, walking through the kitchen. And it occurs to you guys, since you're being in constant communication, he is going to be in the living room about the same time as the Russian comes down the front stairs. They're about to run into each other. What would you guys like to do, if anything?
I don't know what to do.
This is so
Oh.
stressful.
I mean, I feel like anything we do can mess up the time, but I mean, I don't know what's already been written and what's not.
Here it is. Just since if we think that guy's gonna kill the Russian, see if that FBI agent takes anything out of the Russian's person. If he does that, Katy, you run up and you dominate just to see what it is. Take a picture of it with your phone, and then we were never here, and then go back in the woods or something. But it's a gunshot. Like if he does actually kill that thing, then these two are gonna go banana sandwich.
They would have already gone banana sandwich since this is the past.
Right, but we have to pretend that we're
So-
not here. But when that
What are the-
happens, if they run out, I can start fiddling with all the bits up here.
But
Exactly.
what does the
Well-
history? What does the history book say on
I
this
don't
moment?
remember.
I don't either.
Ethel and Julius Rosenberg get electrocuted for treason. They were conspiring with the Russians, as we can see.
Isn't that later though? Well, yeah.
They-
Yeah, because
but they I don't know if
Rosenberg
they,
did something with the guy who made the core in '49. So
yeah.
he's-
So they
he
don't
doesn't
get
die.
caught yet. So maybe this guy maybe they escaped today. They
You
escaped
guys
today.
hear a crash in the front of the house while you're deliberating.
Just do it. I don't know. Just
See,
do it.
who can see? Who has
Katia
eyes
has
on
the
this
best.
part?
Katia has the best line, but you're looking through the entire house with the vantage point of just a hallway. Where's my camera?
So
There.
what can I
you
see from where I am?
You hear like a short shout. You hear like bumping, like people are like throwing each other into walls, and you see the mystery man hurled across the hallway and landing on furniture in the living room. And you see the Russian like barreling down the hallway, like stomping his feet, headed
Russians
towards
on
the
the
back
move.
door.
Russians on the move to the back
Headed
door.
towards you, Katia.
Oh no!
Oh no.
I'm gonna peek over the edge of the roof.
Yeah, he's on the back steps now. He's looking both ways, and he bolts off to the left. It feels really reminiscent of when Doris ran.
Follow his ass, Katya.
Follow his ass.
Follow his ass.
Just do it.
So it's nighttime, right?
Oh yeah.
I'm flying.
Yep. So you pop
Yeah.
in that, and then you see the mystery man like stumble out and look both ways. Anybody else doing anything?
Is there a window near my hiding spot that, like, I can't
Yeah,
remember if I'm
you
on
could pop
the...
up and look at. You can see the living room really well.
Yeah, I
Um,
just kind of want to, like...
One of the pieces of one of like this like love seat, like the small sofa, is like cracked in half.
Oh my. Can I see the FBI guy at all?
He's
Is he
down.
just, like-
He's at the back stairs
the back
now.
door now.
He's in pursuit.
He's running now. Okay,
Yeah.
great. FBI guy's in pursuit. What are we looking like upstairs, Riley?
What are they doing?
They all stand to their feet with the crash, and they're looking out the windows and opening doors to see what's happening.
Do I see anything in the room that I could use? An ID badge, a canister with.
I will give that to you. There is an ID badge on the desk for Rosenberg. Well, there's a man's picture on it at least.
Yeah, I'll take it.
And yep, got it. Great. Okay, what you guys gonna do? Katia, you're following our Russian Suki Q.
Oh, I can't run that fast.
And I don't want to leave Suki alone.
Am I able to? I guess I.
Well, I'm here with Riley Q. If you gotta, you might be better to go off with Katya. I'll wait here. I'm hiding in the shrubbery, so I should be fine.
All right, if you need me, just call me. You know I can be here in a second. And I'll start porting from rooftop to rooftop to catch up with Katya.
Does anyone have like eyes on this mystery guy? Like, what does he look like? Have we seen him yet?
Still, haven't seen his face yet.
Okay.
He's chasing
And
the
this
Russian.
is where the folklore for the bridge demon
comes in.
comes in.
La Llorona just suddenly comes up.
The mystery
You have to
man
give her the
takes off in the
blueprint.
same direction after a moment of deliberation as the Russian, and you see him stop maybe 20 feet from the Russian. The Russian's slower, and he pulls out the 38, and you hear him yell something in Russian. Get this! And the Russian looks over his back, and he fires. The mystery man fires at the Russian.
Suki, check the car.
Okay, yeah, that's a good idea. And I'm gonna run for the car.
And Katia, you see the Russian, you see the bullet like on his coat, and then you see him toss it off, and he turns into mist and starts to dissipate.
Russian vampire.
But it looked like it was intentional.
Can I smell anything?
Nope.
No, so it's not cinnamon. It's not
No.
burnt cinnamon.
He's
And
rich.
the mystery man is like curses and like puts it, holsters the gun.
He's a hunter.
He turns towards the street. Suki, you can see his face clearly now. It's Frank Hibben. And that's where we're going to end our episode.
Frankie!
My gosh.
It wasn't about espionage at all. It was about a hunter.
Oh.
I mean, but also,
Russian monsters make the best spies. Thanks for joining us for the Duke City Chronicles. Please join us next week, 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Pacific. And until then, the world's a weird place. Let's keep it that way.
It was a hunter!